What did you guys think of the last thumbnail?
Are we starting?
I thought it was art. I feel like it was my best work yet. What do you think, Chris? Have I outdone myself?
I think it greatly contrasts and compared with the last one. It was a great, it was a great clash from, you know,
I prefer the Kendrick one better though, even though I didn't make it. Shout out to the artist that made it.
yeah,
His tag should be somewhere on the Instagram post, right?
and YouTube.
And YouTube. But yeah, I got inspired by that artwork and I'm like, let me see if I can make my own. I even added our little logo on there.
That's all.
I feel like we should post that graphic by itself, low key. That'll probably be a good meme. Anyways,
I got my meme
we're
channel for that.
you got your meme channels right here. We're back today for another episode of CJ Unmuted. Today we're just gonna be yapping.
Welcome, welcome to a chilled episode where we don't really got no topics. We're just gonna be talking.
I wanted to get some stuff off my chest last episode that I didn't really get to like get in. Like I we
You didn't
didn't
want to
get to
dive deep into.
yeah, that I didn't get to dive deep
Well,
into.
dive deep.
First,
Get it off your chest. This is your
first,
platform.
first, first. There's this show that I've been hating on for almost a year now. Ever
Mhm.
since it got announced and ever since we started watching it. And I've joined the cult now. Solo
Mid.
mid is no longer solo mid.
You've seen the light.
I'm gonna put some respect on its name and call it solo fucking leveling.
Solo
Oh
leveling, no.
my god. I've had the privilege to like binge the last like everything in season 2 so far. I don't know, like what, 8 episodes or something like that?
I think so. I don't
A
know.
fair bit. But I'm glad I let it cook to like,
So you can get
just
all the hype.
get all the hype. By the way, before we get into this, welcome back to CGM Muted. I'm your host Gene.
I'm your host, Chris.
And yeah, we're jumping into it today because
Yeah,
I
we're
was
here.
hyped to talk about that junk.
We're here for today.
So yeah, I've been
Welcome.
I've been watching that junk and like it blew me away. Like I'm like, yo, compared to season 1, there's like a complete shift in quality that I was not expecting. Like season 1 didn't make the last episode of season 1 made me feel something. That's the only thing that I remember. But ever since season 2 started, it's just been hit after hit after hit. Every episode is a hit. Like every single one of them. I was not expecting
No,
that.
that
And
shit's
like
still like
the
actually really great.
the animation is great. The story has some elements of like, stuff we've seen before, but it has a way of bringing like a fresh twist to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't feel um it doesn't feel like it's repetitive. It doesn't feel repetitive. It doesn't feel like I've seen it. I mean, it doesn't annoy me that I've seen that kind of trope before, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, it's a
It's
nice.
done really well.
It's
It's
a
very well executed, even if it's like not a unique or never seen before concept.
yeah.
But
Don't
that's
you
to be
don't have to
expected.
reinvent the wheel.
That's to be expected because solo leveling, like the manhwa, started like over 10 years ago. So it's kind of like the genesis of all that isekai slash kind of stuff. It
Power
was part of it.
fantasy.
Yeah, power
Yeah.
fantasy kind of anime and manga. So it makes sense. But I'm glad we're getting to the thick of it. Shout out KSI. I'm in the thick of it. Let me stop.
You still
But
singing that song?
that song's been stuck in my head for weeks and months now. But anyways,
What do you think is a better song? Am I swerving that corner or am I
wait,
think of it?
solo leveling.
Just as a quick side note.
Am I swerving that corner wall or think of it? I've
What's a
heard.
more hated song?
Think of It is definitely your more hated song. Speaking of Think of It, it probably should be in Solo Leveling.
All right. Back to
I'm
solo
kidding, I'm
leveling.
kidding.
Back to solo leveling. Season 1 to me was just such a
It was so boring.
I like it. This is what you niggas hyped up? Because people have told me about the manhwa for years, and I'm just like, yo, I don't. When it comes out in anime, if it ever happens, and it finally happened,
Mm.
I'll watch it. And I watched the first season, and I was like, all right, I get where it's going, and I get that it's a slow season, and I get, but I'm just like, this is boring. But the second season 2 started, I was like, all right, my nigga Jinwoo. My nigga Jinwoo
Like,
out here doing some numbers.
You know, I was bored by because I didn't even remember the main character's name until like I logged into season 2. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I watched the entirety of season 1 and I couldn't even remember the main character's name. Like now I can at least name 2 characters from Solo Leveling confidently too. You got my man Jin Woo. You got
I'm gonna be
my
honest.
girl Cha Hae.
What?
That girl,
I'm gonna
the
be
blonde
honest.
girl.
Jinwoo was the only character. If I'm being very honest, he's the
I know,
only
I
one
know
that's
his
relevant.
summoning names: Tusk,
Tusk
Tang,
and Iron.
Iron.
Red.
But yeah, so that goes to show the improvement in the quality. Like
Yeah, the
this
animation, the story's
story,
getting
like
good.
I'm so upset that I binged it because now I feel like dang I gotta wait every week now for them to drop Heat.
It's not even
Oh
that.
my
I just know the
God.
inevitable that them niggas is not getting the third season until
Because the first season and second season came back like
back to
back to
back.
back, and I feel like the reason why season 1 was so garbage was because like they were like, okay, we're gonna introduce it, we're
We
gonna
know
soft
no
lau-
one's gonna like
yeah,
it.
we're
but
gonna
then
soft
we're gonna
launch,
fucking
yeah,
cook them with the
we're
second
gonna
season.
soft launch Solo Leveling to the masses, and then put everything in the budget for season 2.
Well, it's like
So
heavily
that
promoted, and it's
I
like heavily
know,
up
but
there.
still, like I feel like they knew where the story was going. They knew what kind of
Well,
hit
obviously.
moments were gonna like take off and like where people were gonna connect and resonate with the show. So they invested that money into that part of the show, which is season 2. And honestly, it's not a bad tactic, but it could have also killed the show if like, they launched season 1 and then people stop caring. You
I
know
don't
what
know.
I
I
mean?
think the fan base is big
Yeah,
enough
but the fan base was way too big
because
for it
I
to flop.
swear everyone who's read
I
that
know,
manga,
I know, and
manhwa
they turned out to be
has
right.
screamed at me
Everybody that
it's
was
peak.
hyping up Solo Leveling turned out to be right. Like, cause I can't disagree
I
anymore.
don't disagree
I'm,
with
I'm
them.
on the bandwagon.
They were
now.
right. This shit's fire.
Yeah, I know I'm the hater on this podcast, but like sometimes I gotta admit when like I have a change of heart. Like I can't even cap that those few episodes that I've seen kind of changed my whole perspective on the whole thing. And yeah, like shout out to Solo Leveling. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. It's great. Like great, great, great.
It's pretty fire. I love it
Yeah.
so far. It's like my new, I guess for this year. I don't know. There's nothing else. I mean, Daima. Besides Daima, Daima's been.
I'm waiting for Daima.
I really
to
like
conclude.
Daima. I don't get why it gets so much hate, but I just like it for what it is.
I have thoughts on Daima. I can get into why it's getting a lot of hate, but I'm gonna wait until the series completes on Friday, and then we're gonna have like a discussion about it, so we can recap the whole thing and give our thoughts and
Okay.
discuss everything.
Daima next week.
But I know you've also been obsessed with a certain show. That it's an old show, but I feel like it's worth talking about because I got into it recently too.
Oh, House of Cards.
Yeah, yeah.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. This shows because I saw it a while ago, but I never like caught up with it. I only got like through half the first season, and now I'm just like back on it, and I'm just like, damn, this shit fire. If bro didn't have those cases against him, this show probably wouldn't have gotten canceled.
I recently started it after Chris has been, championing House of Cards.
Listen, it's a great show.
And
all the shit that goes on in there, the politics of it all, it makes me look at politics like, damn, these niggas really be doing some heinous shit sometimes.
I
Probably.
mean, to be a politician, you kind of have to be a terrible person, Loki. I think, in my humble opinion.
I think you just have to be a person that can get things done.
Would you be able to be a politician?
No.
Tell me why.
What?
Tell me why.
I don't know. I don't. It's a lot of talking to a lot of different people. I gotta like get people on my side. Then I gotta decide like just getting people talking to so many people,
I mean,
just constantly.
You talk to people every day.
Yeah, but just the people I want to talk to outside of work.
I feel like we politic in our day-to-day life
No,
anyway.
I think
so
everything is politics in general, but we're talking like
on a larger scale.
a
you know?
larger scale isn't like I need this done, so I'm gonna scratch your back, you scratch my back. I might fuck you over just to get over.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you look at the corporate ladder, see there's politics in there too.
Yeah.
Favors for favors,
Favors
things
for
to
favors, people overruling your
done. Yeah.
some people, people stepping on each other's toes and stuff like that. But yeah.
So it's like everything's politics, but the way homie Frank goes through it.
Listen, where there's smoke, there's fire. How many times have we seen big scandals involving politicians?
Yeah, but we'll
So,
never like that show is like a portrayal of art imitates life, life imitates art, and it's just like there's so much stuff that we'll never know.
of course, we'll never know all the plots and
All the theories and
like
conspiracies,
theories and
they get buried.
Some of them are true.
No, they're obviously some of them are true, but they get buried, so you can never talk about them.
Yeah.
You can think what you want, but it ain't showing up in court.
But yeah, I've dabbled in it, and I'm excited to see where the overarching story goes. But at the same time, I'm kind of sad that it got canceled. So I don't know. I don't know if you guys seen House of Cards, but like it only has 6 seasons, and Kevin Spacey, the lead actor of House of Cards, has gotten into some legal trouble
This is old.
due to some questionable behavior involving
Listen,
I
I
think
didn't look up the case, so I'm not going to speak on it. But I
involving
remember
multiple people, sexual assault, that kind of stuff. And yeah, that was a couple years ago, but I think the show got canceled without it being, completed. But I could be wrong. I haven't seen the whole
I
show
heard
yet.
something about the ending, but I don't. I just completely blocked it in my head. I just want to watch it. If it ends off a cliffhanger that never gets
I would
resolved,
hate for it to end off a cliffhanger.
I don't care. I'm just gonna enjoy the journey. Stop worrying about the future.
'Cause
Just enjoy the journey.
Some of the Netflix shows, they always like most of them end on a cliffhanger. Like freaking Marco Polo. I don't know if you've seen that one.
Have you never seen a 12-episode anime?
Okay, sure, but there was this show called Marco Polo on Netflix,
I've
right?
never seen that.
It was about the real Marco Polo and his journey to Asia and stuff like that, and how he lived there and blah blah. It was really really good. Like I loved that show. They dropped 2 seasons. The last season ended on the cliffhanger, and then they never came back with it again. And I'm like, dang, bro, that show was so good. Like,
yeah, man, it's just
oh
like
my
Iron
God.
Fist, man. They had that second season, and then they just never came back
Iron Fist, cause you know why? Cause like
because it was garbage.
no, cause of the MCU, bro. That's why all those shows like Luke Cage and the other girl, what was her name?
Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones, like the Defenders with Punisher. And
Have you
stuff like
seen
that.
Iron Fist?
I've heard that it was bad.
All right. If you haven't seen it, you don't understand what I'm saying. You don't get the joke I'm saying. Like, damn, they dropped season 2 after all that bullshit.
What happened?
That shit was garbage. Bro turned the Iron Fist into guns at the end.
Wait, what?
The last scene, you just see him being like, he turned the fist that he does. The aura came out and he just started shooting guns out of them. I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now?
Interesting.
They just want to go out on a bang because they knew they were never coming back. My name's Danny Rand, and I'm the Iron Fist. Can't use the whole Iron Fist the whole show.
He didn't use it?
Barely, like once or twice.
How you gonna call the show Iron Fist and have the guy use it once or twice?
That's it.
Oh Lord. And my favorite show of like the Netflix MCU, if you want to call it that, was freaking The Punisher. I like that show.
The Punisher was
The
great.
Punisher was great.
Daredevil was great too. Did you watch Daredevil?
I've seen like a couple episodes, but I didn't get
You
into
gotta
it
watch
fully.
Daredevil. Daredevil is great, but they're bringing it back. So
Yeah, but I think there is a reboot or something like that
yeah, it's a
with the
reboot.
same actors.
It is a reboot. Because I know Wilson Fisk was in Echo, and I watched Echo,
Hmm.
and he shows up in there, but he's gonna show up in the new Daredevil.
Yeah, of
And
course.
there was like a little teaser that they did where they were like, huh, "Look at us here again." So it's like the actors being like, "Oh, we're here," because it's the same actors.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're using the same story because, what's it called? Agents of Shield, which was one of my favorites,
Hmm.
is in that same realm, and the way they end it explained why that verse isn't there because they did the same quantum realm thing that the and Avengers did at the end of Endgame, where
Really?
it's like they were actually just in a different universe. They used the quantum realm to just
I haven't seen Agents of Shield.
it's good. I liked it.
Mm,
I mean, it was better. It was a better depiction of Inhumans than that Inhuman shit they put out. Have
really?
you seen Inhumans?
Nope.
Exactly.
That show got buried.
That show got buried. If you want to know something funny,
Mhm.
there's a bunch of Inhumans in the MCU on the moon somewhere.
Okay. Is
They,
Inhumans like a canon show? It's supposed to be canon.
I think it's not canon anymore, or they're just really just ignoring the fuck out
Oh,
of it.
brother.
But they showed Black Bolt and Doctor Strange, so
Okay, okay. But yeah, I'm glad. And recently there was an announcement that like the MCU, the Netflix, like the Netflix like universe characters like
Mhm.
Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and um all them people are gonna start coming into the actual MCU. Like they're gonna
I
like
could see it.
write them in
They
and
could
like
throw them in there.
yeah, and make them be a part of it,
I
which is
like those
cool.
shows.
Cause like
I like the Jessica Jones and Luke Cage, and
it would have been wasted potential, Cause like those shows, some of them
I'm
were
not gonna
hits.
lie though. I mean, yeah, some of them were, but Defenders when they finally got all
Join.
together, I don't remember what it was about. But it was good when you first saw it. I was like, oh, this is cool. They're all teaming up.
I don't remember. I don't
But the
remember
whole
much of it
plot of
too.
it, I don't remember the plot. But yeah, it's cool. I mean, the MCU isn't. I still got to go see the new Captain America. I don't care what anyone says. I can
I've
care less. I'll make my opinions on it. I don't care about the internet's opinions.
I think I talked about it a couple weeks ago, but yeah, I've seen reviews and I know the whole plot of the movie and it doesn't seem interesting. It doesn't
I'm
I heard
gonna
it doesn't feel like a Captain America movie. It feels more like a Hulk movie because they brought back all the like
listen,
the Hulk
listen,
storylines
listen,
and
listen,
villains
listen, listen, listen.
and have Captain America fight it. Like
Listen. I'm gonna make my own opinion
I
when I
don't
see the
know.
movie.
The direction into which Marvel is heading is kind of worrying. So like
I think it's just like people just wishing it was as hype as it when it originally started. I think
it's
people
not
are just.
that. I feel like the quality has dropped definitely. Like the quality
I
of
mean, there was a writer
of
strike.
shows and movies. It's not the writer strike. It's like they don't have. I don't think they ever had a clear direction of where they were going, but they made it work. But now it feels more like they don't know what they're doing. It feels more apparent that they're like, dang, we don't really
Well,
know how we want.
With Jonathan Major thing,
We don't really know how we want to
they
wrap
had
up
it.
this like whole saga. So let's just
What do you mean
throw
they
stuff
wrapped
at
up
the
the
wall
saga?
and
This is a
see
new
what it sticks.
saga.
I know. I'm talking about this specific saga, the multiverse saga.
Well, I don't. I think they had a plan, and then that whole Jonathan Majors things happened, so they're like trying to pivot away from it.
I know that,
And
but they
that's
had more than enough time to pivot away from it. They canceled a bunch of shows. They keep canceling shows and movies left and right. Like, what happened with the plot of Eternals?
all right.
Like,
So
bro, they dropped Eternals. That was supposed to be like, oh, we're gonna launch this new team. They're gonna be important. Where the fuck are the Eternals, bro? Like,
what movie came out after Eternals?
I don't remember. That's how forgettable they are now.
I don't know. I think our Eternals got overhated. It wasn't that
They
bad.
come back to that statue that's
I
frozen
saw the trailer for
in
that
America
in America.
in the Brave New World. They explain something cool. I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but something cool is gonna pop up out of
So
that.
okay, there we
But
go. They're not gone.
huh?
They're not gone.
No, the Eternals are not in the movie.
Obviously,
But
I'm sure they're building them up, like the whole end cliffhanger from Shang Chi.
man, nobody cares about
Shang Chi was a great movie. What do you mean?
Listen, I love the movie.
So
I liked it,
why
but
do you hate
nobody
the movie?
cares about Shang-Chi, bro.
The plot,
Bro came and went. All right.
but I feel like that's
You
the
think Shang-Chi is an Avenger level character?
Avenger level, nigga. What do you mean?
No, answer that question.
What is an Avenger level character?
An Avenger level character is Spider-Man.
You think Shang-Chi could beat out Captain America?
I'm not
Take
talking about.
Shang-Chi?
I'm not talking about like fighting ability or
You
like.
talking about popularity?
I'm talking about like get popularity in class, like who can like stand out. Oh, who we can take serious as like an Avenger.
You can't take Shang-Chi serious.
No,
Why?
bro, no. Like,
What's wrong with him? No. Explain to me what's wrong with Shang-Chi.
Let me
He had a
talk.
great movie.
let me talk. So, does Shang-Chi have aura to you
You did in the movie.
in the movie?
Yeah.
Does he have Avenger aura?
What the fuck is Avenger aura?
Thor, fucking Iron Man, even the freaking Arrow guy had more aura than Shang-Chi. Let's be honest here.
Did you see
Hulk.
Did you see Hawkeye?
Yes, Hawkeye. Yeah.
Did you like it?
Bro is on the rampage. He has more aura than Shang-Chi.
All right, that's different. That's
Yeah,
not fair. Nobody's
bro.
gonna get to.
So come on now.
Of course, he had an aura.
So you're gonna say Shang-Chi has Avenger aura?
You
Let's be
saying that
honest.
he can't fight nobody?
I'm not saying he can't.
He don't
fight
got no
nobody.
hands.
I'm not saying
Having
no
hands is part of having aura.
Oh my god, you know what I mean? Like when you think Avengers, you don't think of some some Z-list fucking superhero. Prior to Shang-Chi, the Shang-Chi movie, who gave a fuck about Shang-Chi? Let's be honest here. I'm gonna get a lot of hate from this.
I don't know, man. I get that everyone forgot about it, but it was a great movie and it was a great plot.
I'm
point.
not saying it wasn't a great. You're not getting my point. They're setting up the new Avengers, right?
Yeah.
The next Avenger movie is about to come out, right? Do you think Shang-Chi deserves to be an Avenger? Has the aura or what it takes?
I don't even think he's gonna be an Avenger. I
Bro.
think he's gonna be on the Doctor Strange side.
Bro,
Is Doctor Strange an Avenger?
Yes, definitely.
He's not an Avenger though.
I think he has Avenger aura.
But he's not an Avenger.
He's probably gonna be an Avenger.
He's not an Avenger.
He's probably gonna be an Avenger, bro. Him, Spider-Man, and fucking
Spider-Man was brought in by Tony Stark
to
be
be
an
the
Avenger.
lead of
Doctor
the
Strange
Avengers.
does his own thing.
Bro, in Multiverse of Madness, they work together, bro.
In Multiverse of Madness,
Sorry, No Way Home. Sorry.
in No Way Home, yeah, because Spider-Man came to ask him for help.
Setting up future collaborations.
No, the Avenger. First of all, the mutants are coming. So are the mutants Avengers?
Listen, the mutants, that's for the next arc after this whole fucking what's it called? This multiverse shit. They're setting that shit up for the next like overarching arc. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
but
don't even know if that makes sense. Overarching arc.
you mean the main villain? Like
No, they're
Thanos.
setting it up for the next saga.
the
pretty
next
much.
Thanos.
Yeah,
bro.
the next saga.
Thanos.
So don't focus on the fucking mutants right now. We're not focused on that.
I mean,
I'm talking about this new gen.
but the Avengers are discontinued.
They're not, bro. Okay, you haven't
Alright.
seen Brave New World yet. Okay.
Yeah,
never mind.
obviously.
So when you see
But you
it,
have.
when you see it, you're gonna understand what I'm talking about.
They're setting up the next Avengers. Cool. My point is that I'm not saying Shang-Chi's the next Avenger. He's not part of the
Bro,
Avengers.
they made a movie about him for a reason because they want to push him as a future Avenger.
No.
All right, fine. We're not gonna stick on this Shang-Chi shit for mad long.
Is
We,
Captain Marvel
we
an
could-
Avenger?
yes, she's literally set up to be one.
The next main characters.
Mainline Avengers. Yes,
Mainline.
She's been set up to be an Avenger. Yes, Captain Marvel is.
Okay. So who's gonna be the next Avengers? Who are they
My
setting up?
list:
Hmm.
Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel, Hulk. Kind of like, I think he's in and out. Kinda. I think he's doing his own thing.
Bro, as a child,
Wait, from what?
you didn't see She-Hulk, so
She-Hulk was so bad. Anyways, the new Captain America, which is Falcon,
yeah.
and who else? I think someone from like the Eternals is gonna join them too. I don't know.
So the new Avengers initiative. We
Yeah.
can come back to this after I see the movie.
Yeah, but Oh, and the Fantastic Fours are coming to the universe too. So maybe Reed Richards will join the
I'm pretty
Avengers.
sure he's his own. They do their
I
own
know they
thing.
do their own thing, but who's to the MCU? They do their
First
own
of all,
thing too.
granted, in the manga, I mean,
In
no,
the
manga, the comics, a lot of people have been in a part of the Avengers. We're talking
Yeah.
about the mainline ones, like not the people that just join for
Well,
whatever
if
reason.
the next movie is Avengers Doomsday, so like Doomsday,
Is Reed Richards?
Doctor Doom is like a Fantastic Four villain.
Yeah,
So if the
And-
next movie is
but
called
he's also like a higher
Hold
level
on.
villain.
Yes, he is, but he's mainly a Fantastic Four villain.
Yeah,
So if the movie is called Avengers Doomsday, I'm pretty sure somebody from the
I'm pretty
Fantastic
sure they're
Four
setting it up.
is gonna be an Avenger.
When we see the Fantastic
So-
Four movie, I'm pretty sure that's gonna set that up.
They're gonna set up one of
But
the Fantastic Four
That's
to be
the
an
annoying
Avenger.
thing because they fucking kicked Kang out because Kang was supposed to be the next threat.
There's rumors that they're gonna bring him
They're not
back.
bringing him back.
What makes you say that? He hasn't denied it, and he like
Disney
I've
did not. accept
I've read somewhere online that like they're entertaining the idea of bringing him back.
Where have you read that again?
On Google. I read it on Google. It popped up on my like. You know,
I don't know. I
sometimes
saw
you get
I
your
saw a
daily
thing that
news
said
stuff.
Marvel denied it.
Nah,
Disney denied it.
you think so?
Yeah. I saw an article that said Disney did not. There's like not entertaining that or denying all of that.
Oh, so maybe bro is cooked then. Never mind. It's kind of sad that they're moving away from the Kang saga, but
Yeah, I
get
was looking.
it. Oh, I
forward to
forgot
that
about Ant-Man. Ant-Man is still gonna be an Avenger. But
Okay.
yeah, anyways, we got deep into that, but I'm
Listen,
excited.
I love the MCU. I know everyone hates it right now. Whatever. I'm still
Yeah,
here
I
for the
mean-
story that they're building. Y'all could just
Like-
hate it. Whatever. Every movie's trash. Like, was every Avenger movie prior to Endgame perfect?
It wasn't perfect, but it was like,
There was bangers here and there was losses there.
but most of them were bangers.
Yeah, most of them were bangers.
Like, tell me one flop.
Dark
aside
World?
from, yeah, Dark World was kind of ass. Thor 4, Love and Thunder 2 was kind of ass.
That was post.
post Thanos, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about pre Thanos?
Pre Thanos.
Ant-Man 1 was kind of
Ant Man.
I was like, I don't care for that movie though.
Did people care about the second one?
Ant-Man and the Wasp, right?
Iron Man 1.
Nobody
All
cared.
right, let's go through
nobody
the list. Iron Man 1, 2, 3.
Hold on. Let's list all those movies. That's actually let's rank them right now. Actually,
Rank them?
yes.
You want to rank all the Avenger movies
Yes.
from pre Thanos?
Pre-Thanos. MCU movies.
Let's start with
So-
the Hulk. The
Let's
Hulk.
start here.
Well, we gotta start with Iron Man. I mean, technically, we gotta start with Sam Raimi Spider Man.
That's not. That's not.
It's
part of
canon
this.
to the universe.
No. Yes, but
It's
it's
canon
not.
to the multiverse.
Yeah, but it's post Thanos. That's not what I'm.
That's pre Thanos. In its own pocket world.
Let's see.
You can't just get some in a list.
I'm trying to, but you know how the internet makes everything so freaking complicated? Okay. Infinity Saga. Let's start. So, Iron Man 1.
Peak.
Iron Man 1 was peak. It made me feel something. Tony was cool as heck. It's funny. Graphics of the movie was good. That last scene when he was like, I'm Iron Man. Iconic scene where them freaking he launched the missiles and he was standing and that shit fucking blew up in his peak. Mwah.
Okay.
Love that movie. It's S tier. Iron Man 2. It's a bit forgettable.
Yeah, Iron Man 2 wasn't really
Like,
I mean, it was cool. Whiplash, whatever. What's his face?
yeah.
What's his face? Homie, he was like,
Honestly,
maybe next time with the suit, and then there was like, we replaced that guy.
yeah. Freaking Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard replaced homie immediately. He
No,
was like,
Terrence Howard was in Iron Man 1. He didn't make it to 2 and 3. I think they're phasing him out by 2.
No, he phased out in 2.
Oh, never
He
mind.
said next time.
Yeah. So,
And then next time,
they brought in Don Cheadle.
Cheeto was like,
Oh
I'll
my
take that role.
Hey, I don't. Hey, now Terrence
Hey,
Howard.
man.
If you look into his history, I don't want to get sidetracked, but bro, yeah,
What is his history? What the fuck? What do you do?
you know that bro, like a couple like last year, bro came out of nowhere and said that he found like the root of life and the equation to life and shit like that and
What if he
created.
did?
He didn't, bro. Bro was just spewing a bunch of nonsense that got debunked very quickly by the actual scientific community.
We trust the scientists.
Yes, I trust science. I don't know
We trust
about
them
you.
all.
I trust science.
I remember when
Moving
scientists.
on.
I remember when scientists told me
Moving on.
cigarettes were good.
Okay, bro. Iron Man 2 was kind of mid for me. I'll put that as C tier. The Incredible Hulk, the original one, before he got recasted.
Another recast.
Yeah.
I don't know. I saw that one, but I didn't really. I mean, it was cool.
It was cool, right?
Mm.
I liked it. I mean, the end fight was like,
Hey, man, we're comparing these to the new ones. So.
I know. 2008, for 2008, the graphics weren't bad. And like the way Hulk was fighting and stuff, like, I don't mind that movie.
That movie was
low-key.
good. We'll leave that alone.
Yeah, because like compared to the newer stuff,
Because that was technically part of it, but not part of it.
but they eventually brought it
They
in.
made it part of it.
Yeah,
There's like, oh, we're not gonna.
because
Redo
they
that.
teased Iron.
It's
they-
also because they can't. They didn't own Hulk.
yeah, and they teased Iron Man with that movie. I think right.
Yeah,
Technically a little
technically,
bit,
but
yeah.
they didn't. Disney
They didn't know. Yeah,
Marvel didn't
I
own
know,
Hulk,
I
so
know,
they
I know.
couldn't do shit.
I know the thing.
Thor won.
But that movie was pretty good. I'll put it at B tier.
Thor
Thor
won.
1. Thor 1. What do you think?
I'm not saying it was great, but it was, it's introduction.
Was a good introduction.
It was an introduction.
Fish out of water type of scenario.
Yeah.
Love story. It was entertaining. I'll give it what? What do you think?
C
B?
tier.
B is appropriate?
I say C.
You think so?
I'm not saying it was like something to write home about, but I think it was good. Just not
Hmm.
like amazing.
Captain America, the first Avenger.
I would put that in
S tier.
A tier.
S tier. Why A? Give you a reason.
Huh?
Why A?
Another introduction, but a great introduction.
It was great, bro.
I put it A tier. What do you want from me?
All right. And then Avengers 1.
Avengers 1 is definitely S tier.
That
That was
movie,
like that was the first movie where niggas was like, oh shit, they
they're
all here.
teaming up. Yeah.
It's all connected.
I know.
So I'll put that in S tier.
When did that come out again? Avengers 1?
2012.
2012. Okay. So yeah. That was S tier. I remember watching that movie. I couldn't believe what I was seeing on the screen, bro. All those heroes, like, teaming up was kind of like, yo, I never thought I'll be watching something
Yeah,
like
for
this.
real. I did not think. I was like, yo, the comics are in real life now.
I know. It was so hype.
So I will give that S tier. Iron
S
Man
tier.
3.
Iron Man 3, oof, kind of a flop, bro. The
what was
Mandarin at the end,
the fake Mandarin.
The Mandarin is like some fake,
We didn't get
some
that nigga till
doofus.
Shang-Chi.
Yeah, I know,
When the
right?
real Mandarin
The real
showed up.
Mandarin. They did it justice. I'll give it that. But like, bro, that was a flop. Like, that was a flop.
Yeah.
So I'll put
Thor.
that
Same thing with
C.
Thor: Dark World.
C tier.
D tier.
D.
Oh no, Thor: Dark World's D tier.
Thor Dark. Yeah, I agree with that. But Iron Man 3 is watchable at least. I don't want to say that Dark World is not watchable,
It's watchable.
but
Yeah,
that
Iron
shit
Man's
is
watchable.
so boring, bro.
I don't know what Dark World was about.
Oh my god.
They gave us a few cool lore bits, but outside of that, what was happening? What even happened? in
I
that
don't
movie?
know. That movie is so forgettable.
Now, Winter Soldier, it's S tier.
Yo, that scene when fucking Captain America was fighting Bucky in the middle of the street,
Yeah.
that hand-to-hand
Yeah,
combat,
that
yo,
shit was hard.
I think that was like
That was peak
that
Captain
was
America.
peak Captain America, peak MCU hand-to-hand combat, like S tier. Plot was crazy.
That
When you
was
found
great.
out that Bucky was getting activated, like the end of the movie where Bucky saved him, and like the whole plot, the Hydra, yo, find that elevator Hydra
the
scene.
Hydra scene. Oh,
Oh
yeah.
my god,
That shit was great.
oh,
All
I
right,
got goosebumps thinking about it.
Guardians of the Galaxy S tier.
I
There-
liked it, but it didn't move me that much. I put it B. B tier.
I don't know, man. That shit. That was like a first introduction, and they smashed it out the park. I think.
You think so?
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. I liked it, but it wasn't like, oh my god. You know what I mean?
I don't know what you talking about. I'm like, oh, these niggas crazy.
Mm.
It was funny. It was action. It was all the plot.
B tier for me, but you said S tier for you?
I said that's. Wait, actually, no. I have to compare them to the other two.
Yeah, I don't think it's as good as.
I'll
the
be
fir-
A tier.
A tier.
Yeah.
B for me. All right. What's the next one?
Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Huh? That's the release orders of the movies, right?
Yeah.
Huh. So they made Guardians of the Galaxy, then they made Age of Ultron.
This is
Age
also
of-
timeline wise.
This list that you pulled up, is it
Like
like
timeline.
is it in order like of the like movie releases?
This is.
It's like what came out first or not?
I think it's what came out first.
Okay, cool. So Age of Ultron was cool.
I think Age of Ultron was.
But
No, Age of Ultron was pretty good.
it was cool,
I
but
liked
like
it.
I don't know. It didn't hit the same like the first Avengers movie.
I don't know, man. I feel like it hit a lot of plot points.
I like Ultron as a villain. I like the whole
Ultron was
AI
a
turning
great
rogue.
villain.
He
The
dropped a
Avengers,
bunch
He
of-
just dismantled the fuck out the
He
Avengers.
defended the Avengers. He turned them against each other.
He did a
he-
lot.
He did a lot of damage.
They created Vision.
He had a bunch of like one-liners. It was kind of cool, but again, for me, I'll put it at B.
A.
B for me. What was next?
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man 1. All right, let me be honest here. I had a good time watching Ant-Man 1. Don't get me wrong. But like the stakes were so low that like I could care less. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like it's such a nice like
I think
contained story, But like I'm like, why should I care about this? Especially since it was part of the MCU and everything was supposed to be connected, blah blah blah. I was like, okay, why should I care about Ant-Man?
because it's part of the bigger universe.
But by the end of the movie, I started caring a little bit about him, but
C
I
tier.
could have went my whole life without seeing that movie and not miss anything out of the MCU.
C tier.
C tier? C tier. I agree.
Next one is Civil War. Civil War.
Civil War
Civil War was
moved.
great.
Like it moved me. All
That's a
right.
Captain America movie.
Zemo?
Nah, Zemo was that nigga.
my
He fucked
God,
everybody
bro.
up.
Zemo was that guy, bro.
Yo, Zemo tore them apart.
Oh my god.
And then the fucking face off.
The face off, the introduction of Black Panther. Black Panther.
Yeah, Black
coming in,
Panther showing up.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man
first-
for no fucking reason.
Remember
Black
when-
Panther, Spider-Man.
Remember when the leaks were like, oh yeah, by the way, Spider-Man is gonna be in this movie. I'm like, what?
What?
A new Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
Before his own movie?
And then and Black Panther.
And Black Panther?
S tier.
Yo, that final confrontation when Tony got jumped by
Nah,
Bucky and fucking
I think people
Captain
forget
America?
that Iron Man's parents were killed by Bucky, and Captain America knew the whole time and
I know.
never told him. And you're supposed to expect Iron Man to be like, "Oh, we're friends."
But he got jumped though. That's kind of crazy.
He got jumped. He would have won
jumped.
that fight.
You think he would have won against Captain America?
Solo, yeah. The fuck?
You think so?
Bucky's the only reason that nigga survived that fight. All right.
I felt
If
so
it wasn't
bad.
a 2-on-1, if it was a 1-on-1, Iron Man's taking him. His tech is way too strong.
Mm,
He has a suit to beat the Hulk. You think he can't beat Captain America?
true, you're right. You're right. But dang, that movie moved me. Like, I felt something watching that.
Yeah.
And I saw it in
No,
theaters
my
too.
favorite is when fucking Black Panther finds Zemo
I know.
and he doesn't kill him.
he's like,
I'm not gonna continue this cycle.
yeah.
And we find out why.
But yeah, that was a good movie. Like, that's S tier for
S tier
sure. S tier, no doubt. That felt more like an Avengers movie than the fucking Captain America movie.
I know,
low-key.
but it wasn't.
But it
Captain
wasn't.
America movie.
Yeah. But I love that movie so much. Dang.
Next is Doctor Strange introduction.
Mid. It was kind of mid.
That was great.
You liked it like that?
What? You didn't like the first Doctor
I
Strange?
thought it was mid, bro.
That shit was S tier.
What?
Yo,
What was
what were
this?
you
What
watching?
was S tier about it?
What were you watching?
I watched the same movie you did. What was S tier about it?
It was great. The visuals,
The
everything, the
visuals,
story. Bro was
the
like, "Oh, I'm
story.
gonna be the ancient one. I'm gonna be the next wizard." Bro took the time
Yeah,
stone and
bro.
said, "Dormammu, I'm here to bargain." Dormammu, I'm here to bargain.
Fun fact: I saw that movie on my birthday. Whatever year it came out, I watched it on the day of my birthday. On the movie
I
theater.
don't know what you saw. Doctor
My
Strange
dad
was
took me.
great.
I was excited to see that movie, and then I watched it, and I was like, eh.
I don't know what you want, but that was great. Guardians Volume 2.
Wait, did I rate it C tier?
I don't know. He's wilding.
Nah.
Guardians Volume 2 was great.
Honestly, I barely remember the movie.
With Ego and
That the one where he like with his dad, right?
yeah.
And the twist at the end was his dad killed his mom and planted a tumor in her head and shit like
Yeah.
that. That was kind of rough.
That movie was great. I don't,
Like
you can hate on
no,
Guardians.
I liked it. I liked it. I'll put it in B.
That
B.
shit was A tier.
Dave Bautista as like that character is so funny,
I love how
bro.
they tried to say he was a celestial, but then we found out he's not a celestial. He's some other thing,
Another race.
some planet eater or whatever.
Really?
Yeah,
Mm. But yeah, Guardians 2 was a good movie. B tier for sure.
I say A tier.
Mm.
Spider-Man: Homecoming.
I like the fact that they skipped the whole like how he got his powers, blah blah. And they just like made us jump into it. The reveal that the fucking Vulture was that girl's dad
Yeah,
was
that was
his crush's
crazy.
dad.
I
was
don't know
like,
that. I think that was a
yo.
great movie. I want to say A. I
I would
want to
put
say
it
S,
A
but I don't
plus.
want to say A plus. Yeah,
No, we need to set a tier below A. That like and under
A
S.
minus,
We'll say
A plus.
yeah A plus.
What?
Yeah, you're right. A plus. A plus. It's not S tier, but like
It's definitely
it's above
it was
A.
It was a great movie.
Yeah.
Thor Ragnarok S tier.
You think so? I didn't like Thor Ragnarok like
All
that.
right, you just hate on the great shit.
Nah, bro.
That was a great movie.
I didn't like it like that. The only thing I liked about that movie was Hella. She was threatening as fuck. I feel like she was a good villain.
Thor versus Hulk.
Meh. Meh. Didn't move me.
Listen, man, I don't. He just
B
doesn't
tier.
like anything.
B tier.
Let's peak.
B tier.
Black Panther.
A plus. I wouldn't say S tier.
A plus.
A
give it
plus.
I don't know,
I
I
know
really like it.
we're black. We're supposed to say S tier, but like, bro, it was A plus for me. I
don't know,
love the movie. Don't get me wrong. I
don't
love
know,
it.
I really like the movie.
But like, I feel like
I
it
don't
was
really care about the whole black
missing-
thing. But what was it missing?
It was missing something for me.
Like what? A great villain, great plot, great character confliction,
Mm,
great hero's journey.
I felt like the story could have told more.
More what?
We could have seen more like backstory with Killmonger. Like how he said it. Oh, I did this, blah, just to get here to kill you and stuff like that. I feel like we should have gone a little, the beginning of the movie should have focused a little more on like establishing Killmonger as like his motivation and all that better.
I mean, his motivation was.
I know they were pretty clear. I wanted to see his parkour. Like maybe if we have even got like a little montage of him going through his life to get where he was to do what he did. I feel like that would have improved the movie for me.
You want to see him like in the military?
Yeah,
journey?
doing some stuff, doing some evil stuff, like like
He was a mercenary.
I know that, Chris. I know all of that. I said I wish we could have seen it
No.
rather than it being told to us. That's
I
it. That's my
see.
only gripe about the movie.
Okay.
I'm kind of sad that Chadwick passed though, cause like he
Yeah,
played
rest in
that
peace,
role
Chadwick.
so good, bro.
There's.
Yeah, I don't know if I can see anybody else as Black Panther.
It's gonna be hard.
Yeah, but A plus. A plus. Next.
Like, plus Infinity Wars. S tier.
S tier.
Off the bat,
S
bro.
tier.
When that shit, when Thanos snapped, and nigga was
Oh
like, "What did you
my
do?" I was like,
God.
"Nigga, did they? He just win?"
I remember walking at the movie theater. That one. You know that movie
That
was
shit
such
was
a moment.
crazy. That was
That-
a real moment.
That movie, the movie got leaked online. The full movie got leaked online in good quality.
Mm.
I watched that movie 3 times before I went to the theater to watch it, bro. That's how hyped I was. And I was in college at the time too. Oh my God, bro. Me and my roommates sat in my room, watched the whole thing. I then again watched it by myself at some other time. And then we all went to the movie theater and then we watched it again. That's
saw
how
it
good it
quite a few
was.
times. I
Oh
remember.
my God. What a moment. Like I remember the speculations, the theories the fans were coming up with, how hard people were trying to avoid spoilers online.
Oh no, I avoided them as well.
Oh my
I was actually
God.
pissed at one point because I was supposed to go with someone I was seeing at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and someone annoyed me.
That didn't. Oh, okay, makes sense.
I was supposed to. No, was that or Endgame? It was either that or Endgame. I forgot which one.
I think I was so broke at that time that someone I was seeing at the time paid for my ticket to go see it with my friend because I didn't have money. I think so.
It was either that or Endgame, but I remember I saw Infinity Wars in theaters.
I saw
second
both.
it dropped.
I saw both of them in theaters.
No, I mean second it dropped.
Mm.
Second it dropped, I was like, I'm here. I'm not wasting time. No spoilers. Fuck out my face. That's why I'm like, I have to go see a Captain America because I see them as soon as they drop.
Mm.
I don't waste no time with no spoilers. This is the longest I think I've waited because I just haven't had time to go see it.
But yeah, man, Infinity War when Thanos won,
That shit was a moment.
when the movie ended, and like you're like,
Niggas
oh
was
my
like,
God,
yo,
they really did this.
what
Like,
is life?
what is going on?
Right?
But we already knew Endgame was
who
coming.
cares about what we knew? Nigga, he won.
You did. You watched
And
that
that's
movie.
it.
They do all of that just for him to
Doctor
win.
Strange said we had one chance to win. You guys lost.
Yeah, yeah.
If
And,
it like imagine like Endgame didn't happen and they're just like, oh, we just go off.
What do you mean?
Like all those heroes are gone and you just continue the universe like that.
I mean,
And you just
why you would make it from the perspective of Thanos or something?
No, like they killed Thanos, but like that's it.
Oh, just introduce
They
new heroes?
they never refix the universe. And everyone just goes on living like that.
That would have been bold. They would have had to like assemble a team to go after Thanos or something.
No,
to
they
get
no,
Olymp-
don't
Oh yeah, they
forget,
did.
they did.
Kill
They
him.
killed Thanos.
But that was in the beginning of Endgame.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. That plot point, they killed Thanos, and then that's it. They have to just deal with it. They can't change shit.
That would have been crazy.
Like, imagine Tony dusted. Then he would have never made the time travel.
Yeah, that would have been crazy. That would have been crazy. But that movie was S tier for sure. What came after? Endgame came after.
Side note, one thing I was still pissed about is that the cursed with knowledge shit.
What do you mean?
When Tony and Thanos fought, he's like, you know who I am? You're not the only one cursed with knowledge. And I'm just like, did they ever? They never told us what that was about.
What do you mean?
Remember when they first met in Infinity War?
Uh-huh.
He says, Tony Stark, he's like, you know who I am? You're not the only one cursed with knowledge.
Yeah, it's just a witty line. It's not nothing serious.
No, that had to mean something.
No, it doesn't mean anything. Cause all right,
How did Thanos?
I'm gonna break it down to you, right? Tony is super smart, so he knows almost everybody. He knows almost everything. Thanos is a step above that. He knows a lot of people in the universe. He had to do his research on his enemies. So when he was like, you know who I am? He's like, of course I know who I am. You're not the only one cursed with knowledge.
But he didn't know who Thanos
to
was.
refer, yeah, of course. To refer to his like intelligence and like that he did his prep time and his research. That's all
You
that
think
line
so?
meant.
You think
Yeah.
that's all that meant?
Doesn't mean anything else.
I feel like it was deep. I feel like Thanos had some more insight than we
No.
knew that on.
He didn't. He's dead. He never coming back. That's never. Yeah. Endgame.
What set Thanos off on that journey?
Endgame.
That's not the next movie.
Wait, it's not?
Ant-Man and Wasp.
Are you serious that they dropped it like that?
Yeah. There was
Yeah, I remember people were upset about that because like they dropped.
Ant-Man and Wasp and Captain
I
Marvel.
know,
Yeah, the
right?
two flops that people
That
hated.
makes so much. I forgot about
So
that.
people forget about how all this is in the whole point of all this is that you guys forget about how all these movies that you guys hated back
Oh
here,
my
and you're hating about these
god.
ones that are in the
No,
new
but
era.
bro, I feel like I didn't hate the majority of this movie as much as I hate the current new ones. But
What's the current new ones?
uh,
This all right. So Wasp, Ant-Man and Wasp, I didn't really care. It was like C tier to me. Captain Marvel was B
the
tier.
Marvels movie was so bad.
I think that was B
Let's
tier.
finish ranking these first before we jump over.
Ant-Man
the
and
place.
Wasp B C tier.
C tier, didn't care.
Captain
didn't give a
Marvel I
fuck.
put in B.
Why?
I think you guys just hate that movie because
C
of the
tier.
era.
That shit was ass.
No, I think it was just the era.
No, the movie was ass. Tell me one thing that happened in that movie.
She like got her powers and beat the.
How did she get her
intelligence. The space stone.
Okay. All right. Nick Fury was cool in that movie, but
Nick
aside from
Fury
that,
out here, bass Nick Fury, like doing all that shit.
he's still ass. C tier.
Whatever.
Endgame,
Endgame, S tier.
best movie best best theatrical release I've ever experienced in my entire life. I don't think anything is gonna top the release of that movie.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
was
think anything is
top
gonna get that big. Like, there's no way. That movie was a freaking movement. Like, it was a moment in history.
Huge moment.
It feels like I feel like this Endgame is our Star Wars for like the people that saw Star Wars in 1978.
I feel that. I get
Like, you know what I
mean?
mean? Because
yeah,
back then that was like, or when Empire Strikes Back came out for them, that was their like
that was their.
that was their Endgame. Endgame for
Endgame was crazy.
everybody and
Everything
their
was
mom
peak.
knew about Endgame.
Endgame was out here.
Even if you didn't watch Marvel, you watched
Endgame.
Endgame. You know what I mean? Like,
Endgame was great.
oh man, what I would give just to experience that movie for the first time again, bro. Oh, that ending scene when this man said Avengers are simple. When man
that
freaking
war battle.
when bro called the
When bro
hammer.
pulled up.
When bro
Nah.
pulled, no, Chris. When Steve Rogers was worthy enough to call the hammer to him, the whole theater just went crazy.
The best fucking payoff
Yo,
ever.
when you saw lightning on that shit,
That nigga said,
yo,
he threw the hammer at Thanos and then caught it.
I was like, bro.
No, when he threw the hammer and then threw the shield and
I
then
know.
that shit was fucking crazy.
I ain't never seen anything like that in my life. When T'Challa walked out of that portal, he was like, I brought a cavalry with me. I was like, the one-liners of Thanos, bro. I
I'm
would
inevitable.
I would never forget that. You couldn't live with your own
Own
failures.
failures.
What did
When I
that bring
leave
you? Back to me.
me.
When he said that, I was
Nah.
like, yo, there's no other
Actually,
person that can deliver such
what's
cold
crazy?
lines,
You know what's
bro.
crazy about that specific scene, right? That they cut out.
What?
You know about the thing that they cut out
Which one?
in that scene
No.
when he said that line?
What?
He was supposed to roll out their heads
Really?
because he went to the other multiverses
And killed them, right? I
I
think I read somewhere that it was in the movie and they cut that out.
they cut that out because it was like that would have made it R. But like,
oh my god,
imagine he did
he
that.
had so many one-liners in that movie though. Thanos
Bro.
one-liners,
Thanos-
one-liners.
Granted, we're not dealing
Oh.
with the original Thanos. We're dealing with the Thanos that,
I know,
Found
but it's
out.
still Thanos.
but bro was the villain.
I know.
But he didn't think strategically enough.
I don't care about all that. We're just rating the movie as a whole.
I'm just saying my thoughts on the movie. What the fuck? I can't say my thoughts.
I'm not saying that, but like the overarching thing, like them fixing the blip. People just imagine. Okay, imagine if you're in gym class and people just randomly start popping up from
It's like,
5 years ago.
shit. And they're still the same age. That's the crazy. The blip return was crazy. I love the way they dealt with the aftermath, kinda.
How?
No, like it was only pieces in different shows and different movies.
Oh, the blip affected us.
And how the
Blah,
blip.
blah, blah. It was kind of funny.
I mean, the blip was crazy.
It was.
Imagine disappearing and coming back 5 years later.
I know that would be crazy. Imagine you're in a relationship She thinks you're dead for 5 years. She moves on, and then you pop up
Do
in
you
the
know how
living
many
room.
times that happened?
Oh my god! You pop up in the living room 5 years later.
And you're
You
like,
realize she has 2 kids now, a whole new husband, and you're like, "What the
"What
fuck?"
is going on? I was just here."
No, no, you would,
You
would you
just-
crash out,
I'd
Chris?
crash out.
Chris, would you crash out if that happened to you?
I'd crash out, but then I'd be like, all right, I guess
Dang,
life's over.
that would be so fucked.
But at the same time, everyone thought I was dead, so I can't really blame them.
But then the
It's
only one
5 years,
I
G.
know, but the only one losing out of that is you, cause like everybody moved on in your life, and now you have to start moving on.
Yeah, it'll be tough.
Dang, that sucks. Anyways, Endgame was great. What happened after Endgame?
Far From Home.
Far From Home.
I liked it. It was great.
With Mysterio, right?
Yeah.
It was mid, bro.
This nigga just hates everything.
was
Anyway,
mid,
that's
That
the
was
that,
mid.
that's just the whole MCU right there. So everyone that hating on the new ones, like there were some great movies that came out. Like the Guardians 4, shit was fire. Did you see Guardians 4?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Can't
Bro, I'm
explain,
not
but
gonna
you
lie.
probably hate it anyway. So
I fell out after Far From Home and Endgame, bro. I was just like, yo, the
then the TV show
the
started popping up.
climax of like the Infinity Saga was so huge. Pause.
Whoa. Anyway.
That like I kind of felt like, yeah, nothing can top this. And I started getting excited a little bit with the Kang stuff, the Loki series. I'm like, oh shit, I can see that like they're cooking a little bit, this is about to be huge. Kang's about to be the next big thing, and bam, no more Kang.
Nah, for real.
No, that kind of killed my hype, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That completely ruined my hype. And after that, I stopped caring. Is this the Marvel episode?
This is the multiverse episode.
That's crazy. But yeah, bro. That was that kind of killed my hype. And I was like, after that, I kind of haven't hopped back on the bandwagon.
Well, I'm
I've
still
seen
here for
the
it.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier show. It was okay.
I like that show. That was great. Zemo popped back up.
I
Zemo
did
was
see,
flexing.
yo, it was so funny. Zemo was funny. I've seen, no, I've Secret Wars or Secret Invasion. That's
Secret Invasion.
I heard
yeah.
it was so bad.
I liked it.
I haven't seen it. Sorry,
I
I've heard that
didn't
was
hate
bad.
it. It made sense. I mean, there is the weird thing that there's this really fucking broken character that has everybody's power. No, when I say everyone's power, everyone's power.
okay,
Every Avenger's power, including
know-
Thanos.
they're trying to bury that movie. I mean that show because it didn't perform well and kind of like ruined a lot of like the story arcs that they had planned.
I mean, yeah, I get that.
So they're gonna bury it. The Marvel plans to like make it seem like they never came out with that show.
Well, it's because of the whole scroll thing, but like, Rhodey was not Rhodey for a good period of time, and we don't know where he started.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see how the scrolls are gonna be implemented, but I guess they're trying to
I
bury
think
it.
they're moving away from the scroll shit, which
Hmm.
is interesting. But that leads us here where the MCU is now.
But
And
I mean,
don't know.
the whole point of that movie was like the
The show, you mean?
scrolls. Yeah, the show. But the scrolls were left on Earth because they were being
I know
attacked by the Kree,
I read the synopsis and the
and
plot.
they wanted to rebel because they're like, "Oh, we'll just take over the planet since you guys can't find us a planet."
Yeah.
And then wait till Galactus shows up.
We'll see. I'm excited for the Fantastic Four movie though. That's the only thing, and I hope it like revives the MCU for me. I hope it revives the love that I had for the MCU for me. I have really high hopes. That whole Galactus plot point. I hope it really does something for me.
They're
Before
doing
Dooms-
Thunderbolts too. Which
Yeah,
is interesting.
I don't really care. I don't care about fucking the fake Captain America and Natasha Romanoff's sister and whoever they have on their team. I don't give a fuck.
Well, I'm going to see it because I like the whole.
I'll
story.
see it, but I'm not gonna like rush to see it.
Listen, if you could sit through Dark World, I think you could sit through all these movies. All right, so
Make a fair point.
I don't get why. Like, all right, one bad movie here and there. There's some bangers out there.
Yeah, but
It's all for the story. Like,
Alright,
we're
it's
never gonna get another Thanos level event if everyone just ignores all the bad movies. Like, you didn't ignore the bad movies the first time.
I did. I ignored Dark World.
You saw it though.
I ignored Ant-Man and the Wasp. I didn't
you
see
saw
that
it, though.
shit. No, I didn't see that bullshit. Wait, no, never mind. I did see it. Never mind. I saw it.
If you didn't see it, I can't really.
No, I saw it. I saw it. I saw it. Never mind. I literally just talked about it. You see how I'm such a contrarian?
Get out of here. I'm done with you.
Such a
I'm done with this
contrarian.
episode. I'm done.
We really turned this episode.
You
to
just
a
let
Marvel-
the critics make your opinion.
Nah, I
You
listen.
let the internet form
I
your
read
opinion.
the whole script and the whole plot.
Reading
And I'm like, boo hoo.
the whole
I'm not
script.
watching that bullshit. I'm talking about Brave New World, by the way. No, thanks. It makes no sense.
So if I read the whole script to One Piece and I'm like, this is bullshit,
You
without
wouldn't-
watching
you
it.
wouldn't feel that way though.
but without watching,
You wouldn't feel that way.
without
There's
watching,
no
it.
way.
No. I'm not talking about manga.
First of all,
I'm not talking about the manga. I'm talking about reading some words on the page. That
you would
explains the
be
whole thing.
intrigued.
And I would just be like,
The
this is
world
boring.
building is crazy. First of all, don't compare One Piece to these trash ass fucking movies. All right, I'm not gonna let you get away with that.
So
Fuck no.
Endgame is trash. All right,
No, I'm not talking about
No, no,
Endgame. I'm talking about
what-
you're talking about Brave New World.
I'm
Bro,
talking about all of them.
You can't you can't do that. That's
It's
not
a
fair.
whole universe.
It's a whole universe, but it's not the whole
It's
same
all
story.
encompassing.
Bro, you can't do that.
It's all encompassing.
I'm talking about the movies individually, the scripts of the movie individually. I'm
But
not
they're
talking
all
about
connected.
All right, I can't argue with you.
They're all connected.
I know they're all connected, just
So,
like all the
I'm-
fucking.
It's like pitting pieces to a puzzle.
It's like
together.
putting the whole Dragon Ball universe into one when they have GT, Super, Daima.
We're talking about canon stuff.
Okay.
You know what GT is? GT is Inhumans. That's what that is. Like, ooh,
No, we don't talk. We don't talk about that. Though,
We're not
bro.
gonna talk about that no more.
But GT was great though. Then we're gonna save that for our Dragon Ball discussion on Sunday. But I honestly,
Listen, I get it. You
Listen.
don't like the MCU no
Yeah.
more. You're over it, whatever. I still love it. I'm gonna keep watching.
I'm gonna watch Doomsday and Fantastic Four. That's the only thing I'm excited for.
Good for you.
And yeah,
I'm gonna keep watching. I like all the shows. I'm gonna keep up with everything
all right.
because I like the whole thing.
If you guys want us to lock in on these, like on this specific topic for like an episode or two,
Welcome to our MCU episode.
like we did not plan it to be an MCU episode.
This was just us yapping.
Oh my
we just
god!
decided to yap today.
But once you get a bunch of nerds going on like a topic they really care about, we can sit here and yap about Marvel for fucking hours. As you can
Don't
see,
worry, we're gonna be
I
talking about.
I try to keep you like focused on the tier list because I
Fuck
know
the tier list, nigga. I want to talk about the
I
so thick as
know
the
for a
universe,
fact we can sit here and yap about this shit for like 10 hours if you really want to.
and we will. Just
like,
wait till next week.
that reminds
Next
me of
week's anime.
that reminds me of the time where like I sat down somebody that I used to like be with and explained the entire fucking story of Naruto in one sitting. With the different plot points
Nah,
and like
I
the
remember.
different
I
like
had
you
a-
know the different like you know all the like incredible plot points and like story arcs and why certain characters did what they did and why it matters. I broke down to her the Itachi scandal, bro.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
crazy.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what's funny about that?
What?
I had a public speaking class, right? I explained all of that.
That's goated, bro.
For
My
one of
next
things.
goal is to be able to break down the whole Evangelion series to the person I'm seeing now. That's the life goal of mine, bro. I have to sit her down and be like, okay, we're gonna talk about Evangelion. We're gonna talk about Adam. We're gonna talk about Lilith today. If you know, you know. But Evangelion is so complex, bro. But it's so fucking interesting, isn't it, Chris? Am I crazy for falling in love with
It's
that
a
lore?
classic show.
Oh my god, the lore is great. The lore is deep. All right, I'm gonna save that for another episode. Anyways,
But
we
it's the
nerded
lore
out
as
today.
Deep as AOT.
we nerded out today.
We Marvel nerded out today, guys.
Yeah,
Hope you enjoyed. This
Hope
is
you
for the
enjoyed.
Marvel fans.
this is for
This
yeah.
episode will be called Multiverse in Shibuya. Shout out to Shibuya Incident today.
Today's a Shibuya incident day. If you peep, it's guys, Yuji.
Itadori Yuji!
Well, I like this episode. Sometimes I guess we just gotta yap about what we like. Honestly,
Yeah.
we don't, we don't need to keep structure all the freaking time. We need to yap about what we freaking care
Can we
about.
tell them that
sometimes.
there's structured and unstructured?
I forgot. But hey, you getting this either way. All right, guys. We'll let
Alright.
you guys go for this week, and we'll see you
Very soon.
soon for the next episode.
Very, very soon.
Please
Probably
like,
not. I'll probably
subscribe.
drop the same.
Please comment, like, subscribe.
Like, comment,
Subscribe
subscribe.
to YouTube, bro. Like, you guys got all the
Join
links.
us.
You got all the links on all the social media platform. All it takes is one click.
Listen to us on Apple. Listen to us on Spotify. Listen to us
All
anywhere.
it takes is one freaking click.
Just click like,
Please.
comment, subscribe, share your thoughts. I mean, we do got a segment coming up with some thoughts on you guys on
Yeah,
TikTok
we
and
want
YouTube.
your thoughts. We're gonna talk about your thoughts, and we're gonna give feedback, and we're gonna talk about what you guys want us to talk about.
We're gonna chat with you guys in the
We're gonna
comments.
interact with you guys.
Chatting, especially the haters.
If we're big enough, you guys might come talk to us on Discord or some shit. Like, you know, CJMU, the Discord is about to go crazy. I'm just
Discord's coming soon, but
well, yeah,
till
guys. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Peace. And next week, well, I'm gonna let that Dragon Ball episode.
Okay.
Next week's gonna be crazy.
Next week is gonna be crazy. I can't wait to talk about Daima.
But I'm coming with my real